Millie Bobby Brown, the girl who stepped out of the upside down and into the spotlight, and then promptly shattered every expectation Hollywood had for her. She went from playing a telekinetic teenager in a small-town sci-fi show to battling kaiju, solving mysteries, producing her own films, and raising eyebrows with decisions the spotlight loved to dissect. How did she become one of the most talked about young stars in modern Hollywood? And now, with Stranger Things Season 5 looming as her possible final bow in Hawkins, what's next for Millie? Stick around, because this is the story of her rise, reinvention, and what comes after the role that made her famous. Born in 2004, Millie Bobby Brown didn't grow up expecting stardom, but by her early teens, she was already making waves. Then came 2016. Stranger Things dropped, and she stepped into the role of 11, a breakout performance that turned her into a household name. At only 13, she was earning major nominations and becoming the face of a generation of sci-fi fans. But here's the catch. Hollywood didn't quite know what to do with her. A teenage star with serious acting chops, creative ambition, and a maturity that didn't fit the usual template. She had the look, the talent, and the drive, but the industry machine was still figuring out where to place her. Millie didn't stay trapped in Hawkins for long. She leapt into big-budget franchises and started building a name far beyond Netflix. In 2019, she starred in Godzilla King of the Monsters and followed it up with Godzilla vs. Kong in 2021. Then came Enola Holmes in 2020 and its 2022 sequel, which she not only starred in but also produced. And most recently, she's attached to new projects like Just Picture It, marking another move toward creative control behind the camera. What this shows, Millie isn't just playing characters, she's curating her career. She's evolving from child star to actor-producer, shaping her own lane in an industry that rarely lets young talent take the wheel. Of course, no rising star escapes friction. Millie's had her share. A recurring tension, Hollywood wanting her to stay the cute teen breakout while she pushes towards more complex and unpredictable roles. Her 2024 fantasy film Damsel didn't land perfectly with critics, a reminder that growing up in front of the camera isn't always a graceful process. Then there's the scrutiny, from her appearance to her business ventures, like her beauty brand and production credits. She once said, "I started in this industry when I was 10. And for some reason, people can't grow up with me." The takeaway, Millie isn't just navigating Hollywood's opportunities, she's redefining its expectations. And sometimes what she refuses to be says more than what she chooses to play. Here's the big one. Stranger Things is where it all began, and Season 5 might be where it ends. The final season brings back Millie alongside Winona Ryder, David Harbour, and the rest of the core cast, reportedly split into multiple volumes, wrapping up in late 2025. So, what does this mean for Millie Bobby Brown? It's the closing of a massive era. The role that made her famous might be the one that finally sets her free. With her growing list of films and producing credits, she's clearly positioning for the next phase of her career. And because 11 became such a cultural icon, how she steps out of that shadow could define the next decade of her career. In short, Season 5 isn't just another season, it's the pivot point. So, who is Millie Bobby Brown now? She's not just the kid from Hawkins anymore. She's a franchise actor, a producer, and a creative force unafraid to challenge what Hollywood expects from her. But the industry hasn't always known what to do with stars who evolve on their own terms. And that's exactly why Millie stands out. So here's my question for you. Which Millie Bobby Brown role truly defines her? 11, Enola Holmes, or someone we haven't seen yet? Drop your answer in the comments below, and tell me why. Because if Stranger Things marks the end of one era, the next one might just be the Millie Bobby Brown era we remember most. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more deep dives into Hollywood's most fascinating stars.